somehow found their way through. Marc Marquez and Luke Marini, also Jack Miller involved as well. There he is on the 73 by then. Start. It was by the Australian. He just powers on by Pecco Bagnaia on the ring to stand for the first time. Jack Miller leads on the inside of Bagnaia. Superb by the Aussie.
Marini looks like he's up to third place. Bagnaia trying to go straight back past Jack Miller. He does do into the second corner. Then we've got Jorge Martin further back. Marc Marquez down 2 to 5 just ahead of his brother Alex.
The fifth that saved it through Seminato. That didn't happen in the sprint yesterday. Alex Marquez early exit. Marquez trying to find a way quickly through. That was getting really tight, wasn't it? Through they go into the first sector, drop down here into Castrover and Tony for the third time. Breathtaking part of this Mugello Circuit, and it's Pecco Bagnaia exactly where he wanted to be. Luca Marini trying to find a way through the back, really close going to Isabella.
It's Martin who's the leading Prem at Chicanes. He's now through on Marini into third place. John Fargo has plummeted down the order. He's down to 12th on his open lap.
I think Marini just had to check there. Miller going down, so he had left the ball open. For Martin to attack him going into the fast out of the yard. Marc Marquez almost tagged the back end, didn't he? Of Luke Marini. That was so close to disaster going down in start career. Big head shake there on the place for Marc Marquez down into turn number 10. He's able to read through and sit in that fifth place.
Marquez taking down the he's behind bravery. KTM's going forward to the fast rating on. So Marquez taking his hopes of going with Pecco Bagnaia. Looking rather remote at the moment. Bagnaia's got a 4/10 of a second lead, and his chief championship rival has lost a place.
Jack Miller's now going to be relying on some of that now famous KTM horsepower, isn't he? Because about half a second advantage away Bagnaia. Thinking to get rid of him, potentially try and make an early decisive break. We're on board with Fabio Conqueror on the Factory Yamaha. It is Bagnaia that leads by just over 4/10 of a second. Miller and Martin go for a game with there on the brakes in the San Donato. Jorge Martin using the Ducati power, eases on through. He is now up into second place. Bagnaia then from Martin. Miller pushed back to third.
So behind the Fernando Bettelli is a race strong. He's also contemplating to go inside. So take the ball joint line. Bingo, as we see Marini going side by side with Jack Miller. Miller's now lost 2 places to 2 Ducatis. He's fighting back.
Yeah, I think Miller was just a little bit wide there, wasn't he? Coming through turn number 4. Marini just got alongside him. Miller at the inside line. This one of the 2 fast chicanes here in Mugello. The problem is why Miller and Marini carve each other up. This is just allowing Bagnaia and Martin to start to stretch away at the front of this Grand Prix. Guaranteeing Bagnaia and Martin through the second sector on this lap 2 is edging up to nearly half a second.
Still no progress from Marquez second further back. He's in a real queue here. Marini is popping up behind Jack Miller. Marini once again zeroes in. Jorge Martin so far on this lap is staying with Bagnaia but not getting any closer to him. So Jorge Martin in a position at this stage of the race, particularly with that gap up there behind him.
Shadowed by his younger sibling, Alex Marquez, who started in P6 at the East Old Station. There is a clear gap, isn't there, building between Bagnaia and Martin, and then at the same time between Martin and this freight train that's building up. They're all ganging up here behind Jack Miller. Surely Luca Marini, if he's got any aspirations of a fairy tale home win here, has to find a way through very, very quickly on Jack Miller. Easy second, nothing to go with the KTM's got. Down this 1.1 kilometre start-finish straight. Yellow flags are out in sector 4. We must have lost somebody at the final corner. This is going to get really close. Alex Marquez, that was really late. A double dive from Marquez. They are 3 abreast here. Jack Miller getting frustrated and angry with Alex Marquez. He came from so far back there, like Brazilian Yataman. He wasn't able to put up on the brakes going into San Donato. Miller did not like that one bit.
Marquez is up inside the right riders there. There's a net all the way to the same piece of racetrack. But once again, it's just waiting for you to be the man to find Bagnaia and Martin. Martin turns back to slap back over there. They're already over a second clear of this third place time.
Just wonder where that was influenced by the slipstream from Alex Marquez there. There were 2 or 3 bikes ahead of him, and with the slipstream, you're going to get sucked into that San Donato braking zone. 6, 7, 8 kilometres now as fast. You have to adjust your braking markers with Alex Marquez. I think he just had to go moment though, Bagnaia and Martin with nobody disturbing their rhythm. They're clearly the two fastest on the circuit, the only two in the 146. Here we go then. There was Alex Marquez behind Miller. How did he pick his way through there? I've no idea how Marco Bezzecchi and Marc Marquez were going to do that one. There we go again. Alex Marquez running in wide, then cutting back to the line where Jack Miller was already sitting. That was eye of the needle stuff, wasn't it, from Alex Marquez? You know what he had to do there? He had to release the brake, otherwise he's going to slam into his brother Marc Marquez. Simon, that was really, really scary. It just looked like Alex just had to let off the front brake there because he knew he was going to take somebody.
Yes, and also on the brakes, the wings don't work if you're behind them.
The slipstream and the dirty air, the turbulence was clearly an influence there. Alex Marquez, he was lucky actually not to crash as he had that little bit of contact with Miller coming out of Soldato. Let's try and regroup. At the moment, Bagnaia and Martin on a completely different race to everybody else. They're still in the 146s. The gap between Bagnaia and Martin was just in the 4/10 of a second. There is a big gap building. He's 1.7 seconds behind Bagnaia. He's then got 2 seconds. Back to this manic melee unfolding between the likes of Miller, the Marquez brothers, Prix is in there, Zarco and Bezzecchi.
Alex Marquez has got transport in a couple of corners. Yellow flag again, by the way, we're really into the youngest one. He didn't crash, but 20 seconds, he is still running. Back with the leading pair. Jorge Martin is shadowing Pecco Bagnaia. They matched each other for lap times last time around. Both the high 146, which is 300 seconds team. And Luca Marini is actually now starting to get his head down and pull away from Marc Marquez. So far, halfway around, this fourth lap, Marini is matching the leading pair. He's not getting any close.
Bagnaia is an absolute nightmare. I've got 3-4 he's just been picked up on that last lap by Joe Antonio. Bagnaia is 17th place. And he started 13th. Horror show, isn't it, at the moment for the Top Gun, who's going to have it all on to score points in this Italian Grand Prix. There are your two leaders sweeping through then. Zarco just running that inside line. He's very, very good at turning that Ducati, isn't he? He's turning on a sixpence there on the inside of Bravery's K10. Look how dramatic that K10 rear highlight device drops down to launch Binder towards that 366 km/h we saw from him yesterday. Bagnaia found another fast lap of the race so far, 146.807. Martin does respond though with a 146.8 of his own. Bagnaia just can't break away from the Spaniard.
2 places getting in 2 laps for John Zarco. Then you've got past Marco Bezzecchi in the previous lap, down through Brad Binder. Bezzecchi is absolutely stuck at the moment, down in 9th position. He's only 3.4 seconds off the race lead, but he cannot make any progress.
See Bagnaia just streaking away. He's paying here in the black third row starting with Marco Bezzecchi. Because he is going to have a big task in his hands to find his way through on at least 6 riders, 5 or 6 riders to get himself on the podium. That is not an easy task when you're racing against the world best, when the margin is so fine between the World Championship. There he is there. Marco Bezzecchi powering that really the off-horse next to Ducati through the breathtaking Arrabbiata 1 and 2 section. Bagnaia just had a good first half at this lap number 5. Here comes Fabio Quartararo attacking an Airbus GD in the Scar 3. Bagnaia is in his 6/10 clear now of Martin in the first half of this lap.
On the exit there, Frank Marquez ahead of his pair. He is the leading Yamaha. He's back in that train by Jack Miller as he loses touch with the trio up ahead of him. So Fabio Quartararo running a step of the Yamahas back from the back here. He passed him within metres at the finish line in the sprint yesterday.
On board Quartararo's Yamaha then as he sweeps into the fast left-hander, reaching out his bike way to number 15. Here is your race leader, the leading group. It's only a 2-rider leading group with Bagnaia and Martin streaking away. Alex Marquez has just set the fastest lap on the Grand Prix so far, 146.807. As he looks to regroup after that monumental scare in the braking zone 2 or 3 laps ago when he somehow found a way through. Marc Marquez and Luca Marini, also Jack Miller involved as well. There he is on the 73 bike then. Marini's been a really good record set for Marquez, but it's the Luca Marini's is that duel then that's currently waiting for the final place on the podium. Just wonder whether at this stage there might be some concerns for Marquez boys in terms of front tyre, temperature and pressure. Ambient temperature preload is not even really 30 degrees. As you can see from that onboard picture, there's still quite a lot of heavy cloud cover in parts of this region of Tuscany at the moment. We can really do a great job of hanging on to what will be a fantastic factory in Mugello.
Actually, Hamilton's quicker than the leading two last time around. Marini, Marquez and Marquez. So far through the third sector, Marc Marquez is sort of managing that lead around a half-second point. But Martin is always quicker in that final sector.
I think something might happen there to Alex Marquez in common time. Just
Oh, Marquez now!
He's gone down. Full lean angle. He's not saving that one. And it's another DNF then for 30-year-old Spaniard Marc Marquez. He's looking at that stricken Honda. He can't believe it. What on earth happened there? Marc Marquez then will still not finish a full feature race Grand Prix since October the 23rd in Malaysia, Sepang last October. He's frustrated. He was trying to keep the pressure on Luca Marini directly ahead of him. He runs a little bit wide. Dirty part of the circuit. There's no grip there, but it will be washed away from the rain last night. And Marc Marquez makes a premature exit here in Mugello. He run wide as he goes through turn number 15. He will stay committed. Maximum full lead angle. The front tyre just couldn't hang in there. Underneath him, a little bit of a punch on the advertising boardings. The airbag has gone off. More frustration. Look at that from Marc Marquez. He just seems completely bewildered there by what happened. Simon, you've got an eye on that one. What's your observation?
Yeah, well, Dan told me I don't think he was wide by accident. You know you go a little bit wider than the guy ahead, so you can turn back and get a good run and use the toe down the straight level. The problem is you have to turn back a little harder and the front of the Conqueror is going weak.
Yeah, thanks for that, Simon. You could clearly see his reaction. He was caught cold, wasn't he, by that one. He just did not see that one coming at all. So Marc Marquez down and out there. As you mentioned, not finished the Grand Prix since Sepang. And unfortunately for Marc Marquez, that is the first time in his Grand Prix career he has DNF in a 4 consecutive race. That's not one can stand, isn't it, for the 8-time world champion? Back at the front, Bagnaia at the moment looking in complete control of this Grand Prix. He's just managing that sort of half a second, 6 or 10th of a second gap back to Jorge Martin in seconds, but we'll track those two overrides to complete lap number 7 of 23. And again, not in between the lap times. Bagnaia just got that advantage where he can manage it relatively easily, just in the 7/10 gap between the two men at the front of this race.
On track at the moment is Sharon. Fifth place, a 1:47.012. His personal best lap at the Grand Prix last time around. This is closing in ever so slightly on Marini and the sole remaining Marquez in the field. It is a Ducati 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. Marco Bezzecchi got his next Ducati top 6. He's just gone past Jack Miller. His next target is private. Right there.
He's got a lot of time on his hands here. There's still a long way to go. 16 laps remaining here in Mugello. Try and get himself firmly into podium contention. How much is he going to have to overwork himself and those Michelin tyres if he is to figure in the late podium battle? The final place on the podium right now goes to teammate Marini. He's only special taste for home podium Moto2, but this is a different ballgame, isn't it? MotoGP, it's another frustrating walk back to his clock office, isn't it, for Marc Marquez? The Honda just can't catch a good break at the moment, can they? This is a replay then, trying to line up some slipstream behind Luca Marini's Ducati. He went into turn number 15, but he came out the other side. Watch his reaction there from Marc Marquez. He just stands and stares, glares at that French Honda, and just goes, what else can I do? This is what happens when you're on the ragged edge, when you're pushing to the limit. That is now the 28th crash of the season for Honda riders. Astonishing.
Marco Bezzecchi, like he was way out wide there as he cut back through Pecco. He's now on the back, he's behind the race Spargo. So Bezzecchi has passed Jack Miller at the start of this lap. And then straight through. And the race Spargo. Bezzecchi though very quickly looking to try and remedy that as he slipped his way through on the race Spargo. Looking to put his limitation after you. Marco Bezzecchi starts this Grand Prix 4 points behind Pecco Bagnaia in the World Championship. That lead is going to grow significantly if Bezzecchi doesn't get a move on.
Well, the only motorcycle that Pecco Bagnaia has caught a glimpse of was Jack Miller on that run down the first corner. Since then, 0.7 between them. Marini's got the advantage in third, 3/10 of a second. We have to factor in Lewis, don't we? Just how long Marini can keep this pace. He's still walking wounded from that ugly crash, Marco, that second corner with Alex Marquez in Le Mans. Discomfort, both wrists, both hands.
Incentive for podium finish in his home run will certainly keep that adrenaline pumping. Coming up to the start of lap 10 of 23 as Bagnaia comes through the Tuscany corner has been so good through and on the exit off so far this weekend. Martin is doing a good job of just matching him, keeping him with inside. It's Martin just sticking there at the moment, or is he on the limit, trying to stay with Bagnaia? Last time around, it was just 200 to a second between their lap times, both doing 1:47.3. Trio behind them, Marini, Alex Marquez and Zarco were 10 quicker.
Yeah, for 2 or 3 laps in a row now, there's pressure on that man's shoulders. New HRC technical director, Ken Kawanucci. I think it's fair to say life was a lot easier at the helm of the factory Suzuki project. There's lots of work to do behind the scenes at HRC, with Twaming and Alex Rins already ruled out of this Italian Grand Prix with injury. Marc Marquez matches yet again, attacking that McGarvey, throwing a load for Alexander Sedano recently for Honda, and he's circulating way off the pace, down in 12th spot.
Who would have imagined that Marc Marquez was a bit 15 points to his name. You have to factor in the Maurice's dismissed injury, but that is Marc Marquez still in the gravel trap, arms outstretched, staring at it. That's going to be going viral on social media, because that is an image that says so much about the current headspace of Marc Marquez. He is getting a little bit demoralised in this group for Sunday, still yet to score a Sunday point in 2023. It might well be the perfect time for him to try and get to the next one and try and turn his season around.
Well, as he said repeatedly, of course, all kind of reading about what Marc Marquez is doing. He's under contract from Honda for 2024, but he says, having worked so hard and putting himself through mental and physical torture to recover from that career fucking right arm injury, he said the message loud and clear: I am ready to win, and if I can do it with Honda, great. If not, I will have no hesitation, no qualms about looking for a competitive motorcycle. Don't care what colour, don't care what brand, I'm only here for one thing, and that's to win. Will that relationship with Honda extend beyond 2024? Pablo Nieto, doing the R44 racing team boss, looks on. Kawanucci Marini find a way through on Johann Zarco. Zarco on that previous lap, lap 21-23, was just about a 10th.5 quicker head on Marini. He's got an advantage up to half a second as Zarco tries to make it a 3-lap comeback racing podium level.
Once again, late race pace is certainly one of the qualities of Johann Zarco, who was in the 47s last time around. That's not a half a second quicker than Marina last time around. So Zarco finishing strongly. It's not going to time for him to chase down Jorge Martin. Second place, Paolo Capinotti staring at a double podium for the Prix on the day that they display their special livery. There's a as well for 9th, 10th and 11th between Bastianini and the two factory Yamahas. A couple of times Morbidelli's got past Bastianini and just lost it again on the main straight. Bastianini taking that back into San Donato. They're back with 9th, 10th and 11th. Marc Marquez has just taken 12th place with Taka Nakagami. Fabio Giannantonio 14th. Augusto Fernandez on target to keep its 100% point scoring record on Sunday. He's just gone past Kenny Kiro and Raul Fernandez up to 15th place.
You do wonder what will go to the mind of Marc Marquez next weekend if he's not able to continue his unrivaled, record-breaking run of victories in the Sachsenring. It's almost a nailed-on win, isn't it, for Marquez when he goes to Germany. He's won on his last 11 visits there. If it doesn't work out for him next weekend, you do wonder if that just starts throwing more down in his mind about the capability of Honda to get themselves out of this massive hole they find themselves in right now. 5.2 kilometres then stand between Pecco Bagnaia and a dream double win here in front of his home crowd in Italy. Last lap underway, Bagnaia in complete control, 1.2 seconds he was clear. And Jorge Martin just eased off ever so slightly just to make sure there are no late dramas for him. Bagnaia to move 20 points The crowd are on their feet, we can hear the air horns going off. He drops down through Casanova and Savelli, and surely Pecco Bagnaia is going to make it back-to-back Grand Prix victories here in Italy.
John Zarco has third place in the control now. He's pulled out another 3/10 on that last lap over Luke Marini. That's over half a second, so it's over. A second of an advantage now for Zarco will be a 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Bologna Bullets at their home Grand Prix. Pecco Bagnaia is coming towards that Ducati grandstand now, winning the cheers from the Ducatistas as he comes through Florentino. He's just got the Bianchetti chicane and Puccini to go for the second consecutive Italian Grand Prix victory.
He's about to bury the pole jinxers, which has been hanging over MotoGP for almost a full 12 months. Through Bianchetti 1 and 2. Pecco Bagnaia goes, what a day! What a weekend this has been for Ducati in their home Grand Prix. The top 5 in yesterday's sprint. They're going to take the top 4 in the Italian Grand Prix. Back-to-back wins in Mugello for world champion Pecco Bagnaia. He wins here. Another masterpiece from him in Mugello.